Have a new herbal supplement, or is it old that is supposed to be like a natural BBL
Mm-hmm.
and a natural breast augmentator?
Yeah, yeah.
Talk about it.
So I pretty much got this.
How is it like? How does that work, and how is it natural? Like, I
Okay,
want to know.
so
I'm curious because I'm a
you
female.
yeah for sure. You will use. I got like three main herbal supplements that's going into it. That's what make it natural because everything I use, God made. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not a hybrid. You ain't go to the lab and make this and make that and make one thing. It's
It's
strictly
straight from
grown.
where you got
Yeah.
it from. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just realized a lot of people glorify really an African body. That's what a lot of women
Oh yeah,
glorify
for
black,
sure.
white,
What's that
Chinese,
lady's
whatever.
name? Sarah something. She was like this famous black lady that had like this huge ass and
Mhm.
she had like these really big breasts. But
Mm-hmm.
she was the white people like back in the day put her in a freak show
Yeah.
and they used to like I'm gonna find the lady's name, but they used to like have people pay to like look at her naked body. Like
Mm.
white people would come and
She
like
was,
pay
She was an African lady?
lots of dollars, yeah, to
Okay.
look at her naked body. But that's how everybody over in Africa looked.
Mhm.
But they, I guess, didn't know it or whatever. I'm gonna get the lady's name, but
Yeah.
it's basically what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
people are fascinated
We're
with
African
the
body.
curvature of African people.
Melanated people.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
we the trendsetters of everything.
Yeah.
So to go back to it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, but still some melanated people still don't have the African body because of what we eat and what we consume here in the U.S. But if you go back to your roots, like everything that a female be wanting within the body comes from what you put into your body, what you eating. So like little stuff like the main like 3 ingredients that I have in it is like fenugreek. Another one is it's fennel in general, just a
Fennel,
fennel
yep.
seed.
I cook
So,
with that sometimes.
yeah,
Mhm.
and the main hitter is the okpi seeds.
Mm.
When you turn okpi seeds or just okpi into a powder, it gets real thick. So that's
Mhm.
where the thickness come from. And it's another herb that I was using at first. I can I
Sarah
wish
Bartman. That's
Sarah
her
Bar-
name. Sarah Bartman.
Sarah Bartman.
Yeah.
I wish I can get the name on the dot, but the scientific name, I only knew the scientific name and it's real hard to pronounce. Like, so what it does is it transfers fat from wherever the body is and then move it to these parts of the body. But that one ingredient is so fucking strong and powerful that I don't want to use it because most people might not. You gotta really take it a certain way if I was to use that. Like, so like you can't take too much of it or you can't take too little of it. It's too risky. So I put that ingredient out. But what those three do with the fenugreek, the fennel, and the okpi seeds, the okpi powder mainly makes the thickness, and the fennel is what supplies it towards the body, throughout the body. So
Okay.
one, like the glutes,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
it really attack the glutes to make, you know what I'm saying, the
And that's
butt bigger.
basically the foundation of the ass.
Of the ass, yeah. So
Yeah.
it make the buttocks bigger, and like a real good thing with it is if you really working out and you implement this shit, like let's just say you make a smoothie with it. You get some peanut butter, some almond milk, and then you dump the concoction in there, and then you got some sea moss and shit with it too.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm telling you, like in 3 weeks, like 2 weeks, you will see a difference. It will be a real transformation, like especially if you working out. But even if you're not working out, it will still do the same.
How you learn all that shit?
So I learned it from reading, watching videos, Dr. Sebi, whoever I can
Like
learn
YouTube
from.
and shit.
Yeah, whoever I can learn from, and then I also test myself on certain things. Like I got a herbal Viagra. I took it before and not. My nigga, like I don't know, like the perk heads know. People know, like if you fucking off a perk, it's like you ain't gonna nut. Like you just keep going. It's the equivalent of it, cause like I can use my past for my future. Like I used to pop perks. I know how that shit was, but now I know, like, you know what I'm saying, it's different things you can implement that can give you the same feel. And with that being said, I just be using it on myself. Like I fast, I go on fast, so my body will be more clear to.
What's the longest you've ever fasted?
A week, a whole week, 7 days.
With no
Food,
Was it just a water fast or like
water and tea, and soup broth.
Mm.
I'm trying to go on a 30-day one, but what
Ooh.
yeah, hard ain't it?
Yeah.
On me.
You gotta have a strong mind to do that.
For real. So what but the fast I really like doing is not eating for 3 days and eating on the fourth. Not eating,
Yeah.
then after that 3 days and eat on the fourth.
Mm.
So you'll be consuming like 2 meals a week. I mean, honestly, that's really how the body's supposed to operate. That's why a lot of people sick. You know what I'm saying? And if a lot of people realize
I heard
that,
that.
You know what I'm saying? Just like how your brain get a break when you sleep, even though it's still working, but you go into a peaceful state. It's the same with the immune system. The immune system, you really have a brain down there too. You know what I'm saying? That's why your body is able to tell you when you got to shit. That's why you have bowel movements, because it's really a brain in there. So if you allow the immune system to rest, you got a fourth of your immune system. When your immune system is resting, and it's real big, the 1/4 of your immune system is cleaning your body out. It's making sure that it's good. So when you go on those fasts, like you got a third of your stomach waiting for consumption, but you got the other 1/4 cleaning you out, every part of it. Any blood, you're making more white blood cells. It's doing all of that. It's just increasing the immune. So.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, for real.
What was the result? I think you issued a challenge some time ago. I think it was at Bag and some other people to put down the lean and drink chlorophyll. So what was the result of that? Did a lot of niggas hit you fucking with you on it? Did they tell you it was tripping? Or what was the result of you issuing that challenge?
A lot of people hit me, and what's crazy is a few weeks afterwards, Bag said he quit. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't get any chlorophyll from me, so I didn't want to take credit and say, you know what I'm saying? And plus, I'm not that type of dude. But I feel like me giving the awareness to it is probably like led through signs of him. Because you never know. I might have been the fourth person that said that in one day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people need to hear that sometimes, because I don't know about other people, but I take heed on signs. He probably took heed on signs. And when I met with him for the video we just shot, he said chlorophyll been in his diet. So you never know. He probably didn't get the chlorophyll from me, but he probably implemented it in his diet. You know what I'm saying?
Like you gave him the idea to try it.
Yeah. So when you get the product, you're not like, man, what the fuck is this? You like, oh, NLE already said something about it, and this is the exact thing he was talking about. Like,
so it might be okay to kind of like see what's going on with it, because the nigga tried it. So like, let me see what's going on with it. Yeah.
That ain't nothing but God. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing but God putting it in your hand.
You think that clearer mind has made your music better? Like, do you enjoy your music better now with that clearer mind and clear spirit?
You just don't know, brother. Like, this shit I'm sitting on, man, it's so diverse, bro. Like, y'all hearing this shit first, like right here, firsthand, right here. The music I have in my vault is unlike any other song you will ever hear. Off the simple fact, I'm sober. I'm not coming in the studio unprepared. I really sit down and I write all my music like I'm in a motherfucking cell. From the hook to the last verse, I'm writing it out. And I'm visualizing it as I'm writing, I'm telling the story, I'm painting pictures, I'm doing it. Like, a lot of my older music is mainly hype shit, just get up and just, but my music has matured so much to where I can rap on any type of beat and leave the studio with a hit every time. Like, that's why, like, I really love to play my unreleased shit, because, like, when they hear it, they be like, man, why the fuck that's not out? Why the fuck that's not out? Why the fuck that's not out? That's why I'm going so hard this year to get so much of it out. Like, even with this tape, a lot of the music is new. I wrote, it's only 2 songs that's old on there. You know what I'm saying? I wrote everything else.
That Thug feature is crazy.
Yeah, on me.
That Thug feature is crazy.
I knew he was going to do his shit, too. I was like, on me.
Who you ain't got a chance to work with yet that you want to work with?
Drake. It got to be Drake. Because at the end of the day, I feel like if this generation and many more generations before, I mean, I feel like he the only rapper I know that's been like, they can stay hot 2 decades straight. He's like 20 years. He down there 20 years in rapping, like not 20, but he started not this decade, but the decade before. He was probably 7. He started like on his 7th year, the 10-year decade. And since then, he was coming up. And then by the second year left of that decade, he was on top of his game. Then coming into this decade, he was leading this decade. And now we down there on a new decade. We're 2 years in on another decade, he's still leading it. That's down there 3 decades. Like, nobody really doing that. Like, I swear nobody really doing that. I just found that shit crazy that somebody can stay there relevant. And I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, they just come within you being a good person. You know what I'm saying? It's you being pure. People with good heart, like, you get that type of blessing. Like, you get an immortal career. And I feel like I'd be on the same path with it, you know what I'm saying? And musically, I just love his music. I feel like it's stupid advanced, too.
Yeah.
Man, I hear about a lot of shit. When I wake up in the morning after my meditation workout and shit, you know, you eventually make your way to your phone, and I've heard a lot of crazy shit. Nothing amazes me or throws me off. But that whole NLE Choppa overdose on breast milk shit was just the most fucked up, craziest.
I was just gonna ask
like, what the fuck? Where they even come from? Like, I don't even understand. They say he was
they said that he overdosed and he had to be hospitalized because he OD'd on breast milk.
And it's like, what the?
But some.
That's what I'm.
But honestly, though, some people would believe that shit because I feel like they just think this the type shit I be on. They like he went hospitalized because he was fasting with breast milk.